Good day. Hello. Right. How are we doing? How is everybody? How are you? How is today? I have that sub goal above my head now, and I hope it doesn't obstruct the time. It goes over the day, ever so slightly. Right, we should be fine. We should be fine. Gentlemen, it is almost 7:30 my time, and usually this is kind of around the time the rust store rotation happens. It's not a guarantee because it just happens whenever Face Punch gets to it. When might that be? I don't know. Right. So, one of the methods that we can quickly find out if the rust store rotation has happened is we check the most recent accepted skins. I'll copy and paste that over to you, chat, over there. So remember, you go to Workshop, Rust Workshop on browser, and then you go to Accepted Skins, and there we are. So clearly it hasn't happened yet, as you can see. What is currently on the front page? No, back to whiteout as per usual. But quite a lot of graffiti storages are being bought, because we are aware that graffiti storages might be finishing today or next week. Let's remind ourselves. In the most recent TGG video, he passed on word to what Helk said, which was meant to be sent to Mr. Loddy, based on the fact that they don't want any more graffiti storages. They said they'll finish up what's already been made, but from here on now, no more. Now, we don't know if they referenced just clothes storage, or did they also include coal storage. I'm inclined to believe it's probably going to wrap up with clothes and coal. I'm inclined to believe today we're going to see clothes, because clothes has been in the workshop for a few weeks now, still hasn't been accepted. So I reckon clothes will be appearing today. Maybe we'll see coal next week. Maybe we might see both this week. I don't think so, but it's potentially on the radar. So that's it. Graffiti Storage Collection will be finished. And now we'll keep an eye on what's going to happen from here. Are people going to jump in and start buying out stocks? Are people going to start making moves? Because if you recall with how Neon Storage developed, for a good while, some things rose up in price, some things didn't. But it took about a year for everything to at least double in price. Some of them tripled in price. It went nutty. But the main ones, the original 3 that came out of Neon Storage, always kind of stayed around the same price because they sold a lot less based on the fact that Neon Storage was kind of the first full storage set that we ever saw fully come out. People didn't realise with the very beginning of the Neon Storage set that things were going to go all the way up to about 18 different storages. In fact, let me just show you it so it's a lot easier to understand, a lot easier to comprehend. So, as we can see over here, Neon Storage. The last one was the electric storage. The first one was the scrap storage. Now, these 4 sold a lot less on average compared to the rest of these. And as I said, people weren't fully aware that we were going to go all the way up to 18. We hadn't seen this happen before. Neon Storage set the tone for storage collections. So these had usually always been quite high up in price, but they didn't really go up that further. Then when you see the likes of gun storage, which sold almost 50,000, that's still higher than the food storage. Why? Because it has much more demand. Do you understand things like that? And this is something I mentioned ages ago. I always theoretically assumed that graffiti gun storage would be one of the best ones to sell. And right now, yes it is. By default, every single Rust base which has any semblance of organisation will by default have a gun/weapon storage and armour and clothing storage. There's a lot of things that you can't stack. That's probably going to require multiple boxes. And tool storage, which we've now got at the moment with graffiti storage, probably will be wanted because of that. When you go look at the likes of Neon Tool Storage, wow, that's selling for $7. So that's one of the better ones. In fact, let's search by most expensive. Highest price. And it goes from boom or wood. So these were one of the first ones to have come out. Then it's Dropbox. This is one of the main reasons why I thought Neon Drop Storage would be selling very nicely. Has it transferred over? Drop Storage in the graffiti set was the highest selling one, as in the most sold. So it's kind of also suffered with that recently, but the demand clearly was there, wasn't it? So, yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat because they're asking questions as well. Gentlemen, if you could just wait a minute. So, yeah, this is where you're going to kind of do your research and look at the scientific storage as well and figure out what potentially might be going up in price from here on now. So, yeah, scientific storage started off with sulfur, then we had guns. And now that gun storage is now selling for over $12. So that's proven to be quite successful. But scientific storage wrapped up and finished just before May 2022. That's when AmpWork 2022 started. That's when the market dip hit, and so many people quickly sold these. They weren't reliable with them. They immediately sold them because they thought, oh, well, this is probably not going to do very well. And it didn't, because it wasn't as invested into as the original ones that came out in this set. But with the graffiti storage set, well, this mostly came out during the market dip. So theoretically, maybe this was held back throughout all that time. If you recall, the likes of the ammo storage, this came out during summer sale, and we could attribute the lowest, well, it had for a while the lowest amount of sales out of all of the storages. We assumed that that was because it came out during summer sale. People didn't have a lot of money, they had bought games, you know, but then the likes of scrap storage only sold 18,700. But we could probably attribute that to just low demand. So there's a lot of context that we can throw at this, but from here on now, guys, we're probably going to see a whole lot more people jumping in, buying out quantity, and probably either hoarding it or pumping up the value. And we've seen that happen multiple times with component, ammo, and wood storage. Guns, it's happened, but it feels like it happens very slowly with this. It's a mix of genuine demand and pumping. So, yeah. Remember what I said quite a long time ago. I always assumed guns, armour, drop, and clothes storage would sell the best. We still haven't got clothes yet. It's probably about to appear. Anytime soon, maybe. So, anyway, let's just put that aside. This is a very interesting thing to talk about. So, if you are aware, abnormal skins, 3 of them last night, Graffiti Coal Storage, 6,000 requests to buy. I think that's someone 3 cents or less, 5,600. Yeah, that's just someone trying to trick us. It's a weird bit of manipulation there. What I'm led to believe is we are actually looking at 863 requests to buy. That 5,600 is fake. So let's just forget that. 863 requests to buy. The buy order's going all the way up to about $2.20. It's looking fairly strong. This is selling in the Rust store right now for $2.49. Is it still? Yeah, right there. Yep, still there. So, reliable? Yeah, you could jump in and buy some. I feel like it's a perfectly fine thing to jump into. But I have a good buy order down on it. I don't feel the need to jump in and buy some. So I'll leave it with that. But this right here, this had a very interesting development happen with it, and you can also see signs of it happening here as well. This right now is selling for $1.99 in the Rust store. The buy orders are going all the way up to $1.90. A very thick $1.90 buy order right here. And why is this? Well, there's an interesting bit of news that came out yesterday. So, let's just quickly give you a nice comparison. And yes, this does seem to be up to date with the sales. We have over 15,000 sales here with the camouflage net door. In comparison with the forest camouflage net, this had over 22,000. So, it's not oversaturated. It's looking fairly good. But what happened yesterday? What am I on about? Mishka, the creator, he announced something. He said he was, as you can see right here, he's gone back to redoing the garage door camouflage. And I've mentioned it many times before, and I'll quickly show you again. See this camouflage net door? It was actually a version 2. As you can see right here, version 2. You look at the rest of the set. Initially, a good few months back, this camouflage net door came out during the beginning of January, but it wasn't as interesting and it wasn't accepted. Well, the exact same thing happened a few days before that with the garage door. So, with the success of making the version 2 being accepted, he's clearly now thinking, oh, I might as well just do the same thing with the garage door. So that is on the horizon, and that could could instill a spike in demand the very second we see that in the workshop, potentially this Monday. So garage door is coming, which has likely led to this getting a whole lot more demand, which could very likely cause this to go up in price again. Because if we see that garage door, there's more options to use this rug. Special camouflage net. Maybe we'll make another video. Just saying. So, yeah, it isn't even the same forest camo set. And who uses garage exterior doors? People who like to have fun, maybe, Mr. Meta? So, yeah, if you're wondering what I'm looking at, here's my chat. I do this every single Thursday, the Rust Door rotation stream. Hello, people. How are you all doing? Is everyone all right? So, because of that garage door potentially appearing, as we can see right here, loads of people came in yesterday and they did some very strong buy orders. There is anticipation. People believe the garage door will be appearing in a Rust Door rotation soon, and it's looking like this might be getting a whole bunch more investment towards it. Now, I was very, very curious what to think, what to do in regards to that, and with all of this renewed interest, I actually went in and bought some. So let's just go over to here. Let's go over to 1, 2. Sold a few things there. There you go. I bought 30. I bought them about 50 minutes ago. And I have a 48-hour period of time where I can look at the Steam market and make considerations. Is this looking to be... is there any signs of dumping? Does this look like it's going to get devalued? I have 48 hours to make that decision whether or not to refund it. I have a 48-hour window. So, yeah. At the moment, I think it's going to probably be doing all right. I think it's going to have spike potential. So we're not going to see that garage door. Let me point out, we're not going to see a camouflage garage door today, but we could probably see it next week or the week after, because it looks pretty certain that Mishka will be having that camouflage garage door out by next week. But Meta, it's more a case of I'm looking at how other people are behaving. And I'm assuming loads of people by default will be jumping in on these the very second the garage door appears as well. Appears. Sorry. So I bought 30. It wasn't too expensive, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I still think with all of these buy orders that we see here, very strong support. It's going to keep the price up. It doesn't look like it's doomed. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. I jumped in. I bought some. So it seems safe. It seems reliable. I went and worked with that. And now over here we have the pistol, the Mr. No Mercy SAP. I assumed it would do all right. I assumed quite a lot of people who run around with whiteout might want it, and of course No Mercy in the snow biomes. But yeah, this is a $2.49 pistol, and the highest buy order is only really going up to about $1.70. But the buy order build-up's going up to about $1.60. Now. How many of these sold? We have just under 14,000 probably in total. Yep. And when you look at all of the most recent pistols, it's not great. It's not great. Yes, we did see pistols get sort of buffed during the recall update. That did happen, but I mean that's only down 18%. That's down 32, down 38. Ooh, these two. But this is the black gold sap's only down by 18%, which still isn't like great, is it? But it's not terrible. So with the amount of sold, I mean, I didn't buy any. I did a buy order. I did $1.50. I think I'm okay. Maybe it'll get more interest as time goes on. As I said, No Mercy is a very popular set. But yeah, like the Python's doing badly. And the most recent weapons have done quite badly. Thompson's fine. Thompson skins are always very reliable investments, so we don't have to worry about him. But then you've got the bow. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be staying above its Rust Door price, but it won't be going down too badly either. So we'll leave it at that. So now we're going to move on to the likes of the regular skins, the Skullkiller hoodie and pants, for example. This has sold 21,600. This has sold 21,300 almost. This is a problem. Why? When you compare it with the amount of sales that the face mask and the chest plate had, you can see some oversaturation. There's a few thousand more sales here compared to that, and a lot more with this one. Same here, a few thousand more than this, and quite a bit more than this. So, here's the problem. If there's far too many bought in excess compared to these two, and theoretically speaking, with the armour, for a complete 100% armour... sorry. Let me just take a real quick drink of water. Sorry, let me restart. Theoretically speaking, there can only be 17,278 100% complete full armour and clothing pieces out of all of the Skull Killer. So yeah, there might be an excess of 1,000 face masks. But they still did alright, didn't they? But with these, there's a few thousand in excess with the hoodies and a few thousand in excess with the pants in comparison to this, What I mean by excess is people have bought extras purely with the intent to sell them for a profit. And when so many people do that, you get a whole lot more being bought, and you have a much higher chance of seeing oversaturation. You have a much higher chance of seeing dumping on the Steam market. You have a much higher chance of seeing the likes of these two becoming devalued, because people have far too many that they want to sell, and they might dump their stock on the Steam market. They might start undercutting each other. They might start panic selling. They might start undercutting the panic sellers. They might dump their stock below the panic sellers. It keeps going down, 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 down. And that's a problem, because people are impatient. Lesser knowledgeable people don't seem to fully understand what's going to likely happen. So we saw that this took about 2 or 3 weeks to finally appear in the workshop and then get accepted. Tier 2 very likely could take another 1 or 2 weeks to appear. And impatient people, how do you reckon they're going to behave? They are going to get impatient, and they're probably going to start dumping these. Do you know what? It's already starting to happen with the black gold stuff. Yeah. Down 14%, down 14%. That's unfortunate to see. But we do know that in the near future, we are likely going to get Tier 2 black gold. It's kind of like expected to happen. Yes, the creator of this is starting to make other things in the meantime, but I'm pretty 100% sure we're very likely going to be seeing that Tier 2 appear in the workshop soon. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just waiting it out for the nearby wipe day, which will be not next week, but the week after. Maybe he might release the Tier 2 in the workshop this week. Same thing can be said with the clothing. So it can still spike up in price. We still have Tier 2 to go. And we saw it with the likes of low poly set. These two weren't doing very well, and these two weren't doing very well before. But when this appeared, spiked up in price, spiked up in price. It happens. The reactionary nature of the Rust economy. It keeps happening. So yes, these might go below their Rust ore price by a bit, as we saw with the Black Gold Tier 3. But the very second we see that next core piece of armour appearing, spike up in price. And that is exactly what we saw happen last week with the Tier 3 Skull Killer. The very second this appeared, this spiked up in price, this spiked up in price. I'm not going to buy these. I'm going to buy order them. How much am I going to buy order them for? Maybe 70 cents and 80 cents with 2 separate buy orders. That's what I'm going to do. Now, over here with the Nightwatch SAR, this is looking pretty interesting. We can see there's a lot of demand for this. It's sold almost 19,000. Maybe there's about 20,000. Remember, people with private accounts that aren't being seen by SCMM, they probably bought maybe quite a lot of these with their private accounts. That could very likely have happened. So this, at the moment, isn't a collection skin, but if we read the comments, is there any mention of potentially more being added to it? It seems... See, someone here's asked, hey, why not make like a Thompson or something? A Thompson Nightwatch would sell very nicely. Thompson skins, always very reliable investments. But there's been no word, no mention. We don't know what likely is going to happen. Tricks, it's in your hands, mate. Are you going to turn this into a collection? Because a lot of people seem to like what you made here. It is a very nice looking SAR skin. It's probably going to be used a lot with the Blackout sets, the Dragon Rage sets maybe. Stuff like that. So, that could have a nice future. But what we've seen recently with SAR skins hasn't been super great, has it? As we can see over here. The most recent SAR skins... Yeah, that's up 6% because Skull Killer's been getting more investment into it because it's getting all of its armour and clothing. And Iron Wolf SAR has done quite alright because it looks very cool. But JPEG SAR, part of an interesting set, still down by 25%. Things can be awkward, but we keep an eye on the sales, we keep an eye on the past, and then we make judgments. The likes of the Black Gold SAR, which sold for $4.99, sold just under 17,000. This is only down by 2%. Let's go see how many of them on the market. 74. That's not that bad. That's not that bad at all. How far away is it from $5? Two sales, and it's back to selling around $5. It's fine. It's not bad. SARs are being used quite a lot in Rust at the moment. Not tons, but it's a very nice, reliable weapon to use. Maybe if you're in your base. So, it's okay. I think it will be doing alright. I could at the very least expect evens for a while. If we do see more Nightwatch weapons, then it's probably got a very nice future ahead of it. But when you look at the likes of the JPEG stuff, because that was fairly well invested into collection, well, when you look at all of them, here we are. Down 25%, down 32%, down 30%. The only one that did well, the Thompson! Yeah. But these two, we can fully understand why they have their reasons. Low gun demand, oversaturation of options. But this one, SARs, they're liked, but they're just not super well liked. It's an awkward situation. Thompson skin's just always super reliable. So maybe we'll get a Thompson skin this week. I'd like a reliable buy order, or rather, a reliable purchase. Wouldn't we all? So that's kind of everything. Do I really want to talk about low poly set? I guess I will. So this has sold just over 13,000. It's closer in comparison to the clothing, which leaves the tier 3 to stand out as oversaturated. Which is fine, it's only by a few thousand, but again, it's like, but you said the Skull Killer was only a few thousand, that's oversaturated. Well, the way I speak was, yes, this was oversaturated in comparison to these two. These two did go down in price. They were selling for around 70 to 80 cents for a while. But when this appeared, it spiked back up. Do people genuinely like the low poly set? That's the problem. That's the problem. That is a problem. When I looked at it in-game, when you're at a distance, it doesn't look like the person's actually wearing a set. It doesn't look like they're actually wearing skins. You only notice it when you go right up to it, but I appreciate the special design by it, the special theme with it. I respect that. But in terms of visual, you can only notice it when you're right up to the person, and by then they're probably shooting you. As a clan, yeah, that could probably stand out quite nice. What do you reckon? I'll do a buy order in them. Oh yeah, I didn't say the price I'd do for the SAR. I'm probably going to do $1 and a $1.50. $1 and $1.50. Maybe a bit more. I like it. I do like it. I'm curious. But with this, well, the kilt would have more value because it's part of the main best set. So tier 3, clothing, road sign kilt. I'm probably going to do like maybe 60 and 70 cents for this. And I'm probably just going to do 40 and 50 cents for these, because I don't think these are going to have a great future. It's awkward, because I know these did pretty badly before. They didn't have a lot of demand, but now that we have the full set, will it have a sense of demand from here on now? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I think these might go down in price by quite a lot, but I reckon this could still do alright. 99-cent kilts tend to do quite alright. But when you look at all the most recent ones, no, that's oldest. No, you went the wrong way. No, no, no. There you go, newest. So 99 cents. Oh, 99 cents. But that's holiday themed. Holiday themed tend to do very badly. 99 cents, that was very oversaturated. This never got completed. Frosty set was a very sad sight, but that's not 99 cents, so out of the way. Nutcracker, that's holiday themed, but that's still up in price. Yeah. I don't know. I personally wouldn't buy. I won't be buying any low poly stuff, so buy orders maybe 60, 70 cents, but these 40, 50, because I could see these getting neglected. I could see these not getting used as much. Yeah, yeah. So, that's everything, gentlemen. That is everything. Now we're just going to wait for... Nope. Rustle rotation, it's not happening just yet. The time is now 5 minutes until 8 o'clock my time. So, I don't know what else is there to mention. I don't know what else we could speak of. Remember, if you want to get links to skins that are not abnormal, go to SCMM. You can click Marketplace and look at that. I now have a link to the Skull Killer hoodie. So, yeah, that is what SCMM can help you out with. So, gentlemen, I guess it's just a case of waiting for that update. So, this is going to probably be 23,000 to 24,000, which is totally fine. Judging by everything here, it's going to be alright. New store! Blah, 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 well, hello. Oh, coal! Coal got accepted. What? Why do they not like clothes? What did clothes do wrong? Oh, hang on a minute. There's no clothing or armour. Wow. Okay. Okay. So, time for buy orders. Well, when they appear, that's the next thing to worry about. So, quick refresh, and it doesn't seem like this notices. So yeah, coal got put in ahead of clothes. That's weird. I'm pretty sure we would have clothes next weekend, and that's it. Alright, and earlier we saw this. In TGG's collection, there's 14 AK-47 skins. And only one appears. Yay. Well, I mean, you wouldn't want multiple, would you? You going to disappear? No. What about the bot? Have you... You're really slow at the moment, SCMM bot. I'm quite disappointed in you. Anyway, come on. Show me some skins. Show me some skins. Show me some skins. Where are they? Where are they? There you go. Right. There you go. So that's appeared, and there. I did do a buy order on this. So if I just quickly refresh on all of them, you can get a quick idea and see how they're currently doing. Because I've got a buy order there, I've got a buy order here. I went for around 80 cents. That was my option. That was the choice I went with. 65. I'm the top guy. And nope, 78 cents that's equal to, but you know, around 80 cents. So that's the buy order I did on the hoodie and the pants. I was very unsure if I should jump in and do actually just straight up buy them, but from what we can see over here, these have now reached 22,000 as expected, and I wouldn't be surprised if this reaches 22,000. Anyway, nice quick refresh, and we got the new set of skins right over here. We did just see them, but I can see what prices they're selling for now. No armor and clothing skins at all. There's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. I mentioned this in a video very recently. Where is it? Over here. Let's just go over to here. This video here. Armor and clothing skins drought of summer 2022. And this is what's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening until we get something interesting coming out. The only things that we can look forward to complete sets is Skull Killer. We need a tier 2, and Black Gold, which is we also need a tier 2. We need more or newer collections. We need more armor and clothing collections to come out. That's what we need. So all creators out there, that's what we're looking forward to. That's what we need desperately at the moment. Anyway, reinforced door. Yep, now we've got the garage one, so that continues. Antique finally gets its first one. Vitalik, how long have you been making antique for? Because I think that's the first one. Yes, that's your first antique skin to get accepted. Very nice to see. And let me also point out to you, this is the first rocket launcher skin of all of 2022. Is that correct? The last one was Military Rocket, which came out in November. That's it. We have our first ever rocket launcher skin in 2022, so that's nice to see. That will probably sell very nicely as well. Now, I am very surprised to see coal was picked over clothes. Why has clothes been pushed aside for 4 to 5 weeks now? What is wrong with it? So as you can see, every single one of these has been accepted except clothes. Are they trying to hold out for some reason? There's nothing wrong with it. It looks really cool. It's got a nice design to it, nice unique colour scheme, but this came out July 21st, and it's been, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 or 5 weeks now. I have no idea. I have no idea. Now, we're copying the trend of having fruit and veg. We keep getting fruit and veg skins. Now we've got a pineapple, and very recently we had a zucchini. Are we going to get a whole bunch of random fruit and veg furnaces? We've had Ioka, earlier this year, the cucumber and whatnot. Is that made by the same guy? Let's just quickly look. So Mr. Zinc? No. Wait, hang on a minute. He's got 2 skins. 1, 2. Well, that's not common. Especially with 2... Okay, I guess you got 2 skins then. Well done, buddy. So this we looked at this, didn't we? Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Toxic Wolf's continuing. Toxic set. Toxic Collection. No, it's supposed to be Toxic Wolf, not Toxic Collection. Whatever. SCMM's weird. And we also have Retro Blast AR. I think this is a guy I need to start following now. Is he Scottish? I don't know. Nice colour scheme. Alright, that's interesting. Unfortunately, it's an AK skin, so it's not going to do well, not as an investment. So, we have... Oh, actually, I can see it here, maybe. Yeah, right. Now they've appeared on the Rust store. Let's just quickly find out which is abnormal. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is not abnormal. This is not abnormal. This is abnormal. This is abnormal. This is not abnormal. This is abnormal. This is not abnormal. This is not abnormal. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3 abnormal skins. And why are they abnormal? Because we can see the link right there. Cool, we got that nice and covered. Nice and covered. Right, now, what else do we need to quickly check up on? I wanted to see what was an early pick, what was a typical pick, and what was a late pick. So last week when we looked at all of the skins, very randomly, or to my surprise, last week's skins, all of them were early picks. I want to see what all of these are. And I'm pretty sure we got a decent mixed bunch this time. So this was, would you consider that an early pick? It came out on the Thursday. I guess you could roll it over to the... Yes, this would be an early pick. This is also an early pick, the 15th. Yep, so Monday. This was last week. Yeah, so this is a typical pick. Alright, sweet. This was an early pick, 16th of August. This was a typical pick, came out a week ago. We showed it in the Saturday Skin Showcase. This is a typical pick. I kind of was expecting another JPEG this week. The reason why we probably didn't see this last week was because we got the No Mercy pistol, and now we got the SAT pistol, so I guess they didn't want to do 2 SAT pistols during the same week. You get the idea. So that's a typical pick, and this is also a typical pick. And you are an early pick. No late picks. We have not had a late pick for a while. That's a surprise to me. Well, next week I reckon we'll get clothes, and that'll be a very late pick, so that will potentially happen. But yeah, no armour, no clothing, just weapons and deployables. Oh dear, that is a bit of a problem. Anyway, what's next? Now we need to consider what's going to likely happen with all of these. Well, instantly I can sit here and see this, and this is the first rocket launcher in all of 2022. We have not had a rocket launcher for a long time, and because of that, it's a very likely reason as to why so many of them are in the positive. With a sheer lack of options, or rather, with hardly any new skins for such a long time, people are going to go into the past and pick up all the other ones, even the cheap ones and whatnot. So this very likely will have a nice bright future. Potentially. I mean, even the likes of Troglodyte, which wasn't super amazing to look at, is even in the positive. So, yeah, military rocket launcher, I don't know why that's doing bad. But again, let's also look at the Steam market. How many of them on the market? Only 30. That's nothing. Oh, no, SCMM's buggered. No, wait, what price did it sell for? 249. Okay, that makes sense. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4... 7, 10, 12 sales away from matching up to its Rust store price. That's not that bad. I guess we could sit here and say, at the very least, the cheapest it could possibly go is probably that Carrot one right there. Is it the Carrot? Yeah, Carrot is the cheapest at 165, which is very, very nice to see, because that means you could do a very good buy order at the very least. And at its worst, it could go down, what, by 35 cents. Guys, it's a pure white big pillar. That looks silly. That looks fun. Yeah, no, I think that's going to do well. That should do perfectly fine. We're desperate for a new one. Now we've got one. So as I said, new AK skin, but unfortunately, AK skins tend to not do very nicely because we always get another AK skin every now and then. That is just the way it is, and I'm very sorry to say that, but it is the nature of, well, Rust. We always get a new one, and people aren't loyal to their AK skins. So, do you remember the JPEG AK? Oh wow, that looked really cool. That had a very nice night. Yeah, I'm talking too quickly. Remember to drink water. Good, thank you. Very nice, unique design, part of an interesting set. Doesn't matter, down 33%. Oh, but the military AK, no, down 28. Pixel, down 60. Velocity, down 42. Noir, down 25. Yeah, AK skins aren't reliable investments. The only one that's recently been positive, Skullkiller. And why is that up? Why is that 10% up? Because recently Skullkiller has been getting more and more armor and clothing. So, yeah, that's only doing well because of the recent increase of demand for Skullkiller. So, yeah, unfortunately, this is instantly I'm worried about it sort of skin. So, I would not be 100% keen on buying that. Now, the sap. We recently just had the No Mercy sap. I spoke about it earlier. I talked about it. I said, well, sap skins haven't always been super great, have they? And then we had the recent buff back in early June. Yes, that's up 7%, but so many people right now have cooldown. They cannot sell their No Mercy saps. So over the course of the next 6 days, people will of course be able to sell theirs, and there's a very good chance that it's going to go below its rust ore price. Why? Well, we could see with the abnormal buy orders over here, this was a $2.49 skin. The buy orders only really went up to about $1.60 and kind of stopped here at around $1.80. It sold for $2.49. I wouldn't be surprised if they start going below in their rust ore price. So with that doing pretty badly, and well, we just saw earlier with all of the other JPEG skins, only the Thompson has fared well. I don't think this has a great future. I'm very sorry to say, GBG. It's a bit unfortunate. But, yeah, sap skins, meh. What I'd like to see is a bolt-action rifle skin. We have not seen a bolt-action rifle skin for over a year, much like this. Make a JPEG bolt. Make a JPEG bolty. Right, so, you might sit here and say, wow, this looks really goofy, looks really fun. Well, you know what? The zucchini look very silly and very fun. And how's that doing at the moment? Let's scroll up. Let's take a look at you. We'll go by newest. Yeah. Down 25, down 23, down 33, down 23. Evens. Good job, bunny. Good job. Well, the reason why that one's probably doing all right because it looks very, very, very goofy. But these, yeah. But the zucchini looks very goofy. Well, it doesn't really stand out amazingly either. Yes, it's a zucchini, haha. But how long's that joke gonna be funny for? Yes, this is a pineapple, true, haha. What could we relate this to though? I think we related this one as well to the thing I was going to show, and that is strawberries and cream. That's up 22%. But that has a more fun design, I reckon. It also came out 2 years ago. So progressively, as time goes on, I would expect these skins to gradually increase in price. That would be expected. But a lot of you, right here, a lot of you are like, well, hang on a minute. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly give my hedge funds to my people. Here you go. I've got a whole bunch of people watching. We did a prediction, and quite a lot of people look at him demanding his hedge funds. There's channel points bets. So yeah. A lot of you people right here, right now, that are clearly here to get some information out of me and whatnot. Short-term profits out of furnaces have not been a good idea for a long time. It's not looking to be a great purchase, unfortunately. So if you're thinking, oh, short-term profits potentially, no. So not a great start, is it? This is, I was worried. I really was worried that we were we were going to be like this, because I knew we were not going to see any armor or clothing this week, and unfortunately it came true. We have a drought, and it's sad to see. Now we've got this garage door over here. So a good 2-3 weeks ago we looked at the armored door, reinforced door, and unfortunately it is down 14%, but we can expect that. We knew it was likely going to happen. We have had far too many armored door skins. But with garage door skins, how are they looking at the moment? Let's see. Yep, recent skins. We had the Toxic Dragon. You look cool. Aftermath Garage Door was weird. It didn't look like it folded. It's only down by 10%. Unfortunately, Ruin Garage Door just wasn't in demand. Ice Garage Door is only down by 2%. Tiger Garage Door looks very unique, very interesting. So all of this year we've had these 6 garage door skins, and well, the glowing ones seem to have been doing alright, but they have very interesting designs. Would you sit there and say that's a very straight up interesting design? Well, here's the thing, it's not super duper right in your face insanely glowing, is it? So I can sit here and say all of the people out there that like to have a more grounded approach with their skins, a lot of people will complain about certain skins here and there. I feel like this is for them. So I could see this having a home for a guy that doesn't want an insane, brightly coloured, stupid looking garage door skin. They would have that instead. So I can respect that. I respect that, Mr. Slanosta and Mr. Demon. It's nice to see that both of your doors got accepted, and I'm very happy to see it. Well done to you two. Do we have any new people? Not Zinc, Vitalik, no. It's this guy, Zimic. You're completely new, aren't you? No. Oh, okay then. Zimic, you made the Ancient Amber set. Alright, cool. I don't think I'm following you. I should do. Let's go back over to here. Oh, no, go back here. I need to follow you. Where are you? I just saw it. You're an idiot. Where is it? My head. There it is. Nope, not here. Not this. Click the name. Click the name. And no, I wasn't following you. But now I am. Good stuff. So yeah. Always keep your curated Rust workshop up to date. If someone's just recently been accepted and you realise you aren't following, well, follow them. You could also, if you really want to expand on it, go to the collections that TGG's making. If someone has made a skin that has been able to get this far, like Hugo, for instance, I'm not following you, but because he's got a skin that's been seen by TGG and is up to his standard, we could potentially see some skins being made by Hugo soon that get accepted, so we should follow him. Good job, Hugo, and I do hope your royal stuff does get through soon, because we do need more new armour and clothing sets. So, always keep that up to date. So, the coal storage. This is most likely going to do well. Yeah, if you were to look back at the likes of the scientific set and the neon storage set, coal, you always need a storage for your coal, don't you? It's always going to be needed. You're constantly keeping your furnaces on to constantly keep pumping out the coal. You need coal for gunpowder, for your weapons. Yes, right, so, and explosives. If we just quickly go back to the past. Hello, February 17. Can you just quickly take me to a scientific box? Oh, there you are. Hello. Now, do we have a coal scientific storage? Coal. Where is the coal? Charcoal. Charcoal is probably the answer. So, here, this is actually good. Yes, it's down by 1%, but we can see something very clearly. Now, if you aren't fully aware, and I did mention it earlier, scientific set came out just as the market dip started. And a lot of people started to dump all of these box skins because they were like, well, I can do that. I don't think they're going to do very well. They're probably going to crash in price. These later ones did not have as much investment in them compared to the earlier ones. Very simple to understand, I'm sure. But what do you see? What do you notice? Even though these have suffered a lot, charcoal is only down to 1% now. It's improved. Let's go look at its recent... Yeah, you can see it climbing up. Why? Because it has demand. And you can clearly see that this is very likely a case of coal boxes are more in demand compared to the other boxes, because you're always filling up your storages with more and more coal because you're constantly keeping wanting to make explosives and bullets and weapons and whatnot. Not weapons, you know what I'm about. Ammo for weapons. So then we'll go look at the neon storage, which has... much higher prices over time. It's gradually got more and more oh no, this is a week without neon storage. Oops, my apologies. Yep, gradually over time they've become more and more valuable. But where is coal, charcoal? Almost $6. That's pretty good. But how does it fare as one of the higher priced ones? Well, it's kind of in the middle, but it still did go up in price. over a year, it's only gone up by 135%. And if we were to quickly go and see its history, how have you fared over time? Well, initially you weren't too good, were you? In fact, you went down in price. For a short while, charcoal was sitting here at around $2, but then gradually over time it just kept going up and 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 up, and it's did greatly. Yay! So we could also apply a bit of history here. What came out in September that likely caused this to crash in price? Operation Riptide and CSGO. And then we also had the CSGO Major Stockholm, so that also happened. So this horrible time where it was cheaper, we have some context behind that. And when that was all over with, it gradually went up and up and up in price. So coal, Graffiti Coal probably does have a very nice future. If anything, all of the graffiti storages have a nice future. But I wouldn't be surprised if this sells perfectly fine. What I'm saying is I'm expecting this one to have quite a bit of demand for it. It's one of the would you call it one of the resources? Because you kind of go through all of these. This is a byproduct of burning that. I'm sitting there thinking it's going to sell very nicely. I've been talking for so long. Right, so that's out of the way. I've done this, I've done that, done that, done that, done that. Now we're on to Python. Python skins. How have you fared very recently? Well, let's take a real quick look at you. Python skins, the most recent ones. Black Gold did very nicely. Military is only down by 2%, but this is something that's going on. We've noticed something. This is getting pumped. It didn't sell much. It had very low quantity. And earlier today, as you can see right here, someone's come along and bought out a massive stack of them. Manipulation is going on. They are very likely trying to pump up the price and make it seem more valuable than what it actually is. So that's an anomaly. Let's not worry about this. So you've got Shards Python, Noir Python, Neosol Python. Unfortunately, down 34, down 39, down 24, down 44, down 44, down 44. Wow, that's weird. Yeah, so if we go by lowest price, how low can it go? Just barely over $1. The Venomous Shot is barely over $1. So unfortunately, let's just get a real quick look at you. Bullseye. It's a nice, neat little design there. But I'll be honest with you, we've seen many nice, neat looking designs for Python skins before. Yeah, I'm sorry to say it probably isn't going to be doing greatly. So I'm going to avoid buying that one. And then we have the Toxic Wolf Bow over here. What do we see? What do we have? Let's go by newest, most recent ones. Let's compare that, because we were talking about the likes of the Dragon Rage Bow. Yes, this has gone down by 11%. That's unfortunate. But how many of them are on the market at the moment? Is there tons of them? 89? That's not too bad. How close is it to 199? Unfortunately, as we can see, there's 16, there's 11, there's 12. You could sit here and say this is dumping. I would agree. This is pretty much very close to being dumping. But it's not a sinister amount. It's not going to destroy it. It's still only got 89 in the market, and the buy orders are still looking fairly strong. As we get more and more out of this market dip that we've just gone through, yeah, it should probably slowly get back to being normal. Remember, I compared this one with the No Mercy. No Mercy took a long time to get back to better times. Right now, this is only 6% up from its Rust Ore price. There's only 30 of them on the market. Now, Dragon Rage as a set has been improving, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Toxic Wolf. Toxic Wolf, you don't glow. You do have a unique colour scheme. You do have a grungy style to you. You do stand out better than this one and this one and this one. I think we should wait out for this. Let's wait out on you. Bows. A lot of people do use bows, but you're not going to be running around in PvP all the time with bows. It doesn't glow. No, nothing here glows. Nothing here glows except the storage and the garage door. So yeah, deployables should glow, but not the weapons. Right, so just point out this does not glow. It has a unique design to it. It has a unique colour scheme. I like it, but I wouldn't buy it. I'd wait until Wednesday or Thursday. See how many have sold, then make a decision. You know, that's exactly what we did with the camo net door. We waited, we saw how many sold, We also got the added context that the new garage door is likely going to be appearing in the workshop on Monday. And don't forget, come to the stream. I will be streaming workshop day, Mondays. We take a look at all the skins that will be appearing, you know, with our curated workshop. We will be seeing that garage door appearing soon. So I saw all the context. I saw how safe it was. And yeah, it looked safe to jump in and buy. Now, I do have quite a lot of time to see how well this fares on the marketplace. At the moment, it is doing alright, selling at $2.37. It's a $1.99 skin, and now we're seeing a buy order here at $2.04. So that's where waiting until pretty much the last minute tends to be the safest bet in figuring out whether it's a good idea to jump in and make a purchase. So with that, I'd wait till the end and then consider. I would also consider maybe waiting on this as well. However, due to the fact that we've had hardly any rocket launcher skins for such a long time, you could probably jump in and buy some now. So the safest options would be charcoal storage, antique rocket launcher, and then I'd wait out for the rest of them. Wait out, see how many have sold, then probably buy it on Wednesday or Thursday. And of course, I will be streaming. You can come in, we can take a look, you can ask questions whenever you feel like. So yeah, this, I don't think it's the end. I'm pretty sure we will see clothes next week. If we don't, I'd be shocked. I will be shocked. Why have they still not added clothes? I have no idea. But graffiti storages are finishing up. Was this the last one, or will clothes be the one that finishes it off? There won't be another graffiti storage being made for the workshop. So let's see what happens here from now. Is this the end? We shall see. So, gentlemen, that is that. Also, why don't we take a real quick look and see what's on the front page? Yep, are people dumping their skull killers? Is that what's happening? Potentially. How's that Twitch Rivals trophy doing at the moment? They are gradually going down little by little. So come on, show yourself. Remember, guys, don't buy this. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a new one at some point in the near future. So right now, the cheapest one is $75. But remember, if you buy this, it's immediately non-marketable, non-tradable. You have lost your money. Do not buy. Avoid it. But now it's down to 98. People have bought them, and that's a sad sight to see. So don't be tricked by this either. These buy orders, they will never ever happen because nobody can sell these. They are supposed to be non-tradable and non-marketable. There will never ever be a buy order that gets fulfilled over here unless they patch it again and make it non-marketable and non-tradable again. Maybe that will happen, probably, but I don't imagine this will stay $75 if that happens. I would expect them to make a new one for another Twitch Rivals event in the future, or maybe they just re-release it again. Let's see what happens. But it's not worth $75. Do not buy it. And with that, gentlemen, we have next week, and then we have another wipe day. Maybe this Monday we'll see Tier 2 Skull Killer, Tier 2 Black Gold. Maybe we'll see some more armor and clothing skins. I really do hope so, because we really do need more collections to speculate and anticipate for. They are the best money maker. Clothing and armor collections, you know. Skull Killer spiked up in price last week, and we've made a decent bit of money there, didn't we? But now we need to see more things come out. We need to want and anticipate and wait for more things to come out. We like profits, don't we? So, guys, again, thank you all that came today. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you very much. I do this every Thursday. We waited quite a long time. As you can see, it's dark now. But guys, you're allowed to come in and ask questions whenever you like. I might be in the middle of a talk. I mean, I've been talking for the past 30 minutes right now, I think. And all these people over here have questions, so I'll help them out now. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you are aware of all the things to be cautious about. And I'm pretty sure we potentially might get that camouflage garage door potentially next week. Will we see clothes storage? I don't know. So, things to look forward to. Let's see what happens. Thank you all. Have a good day. Have a lovely weekend. And I'll see you next week. Goodbye.